Well, I kind of teased it in the beginning, but apparently Google I/O is a hardware show now, which it wasn't really in years past. Every year, Google has this big developer conference. It maybe goes silent to some folks, but for those of us in the industry, it's all that we can pay attention to this week, because this is the time when Google kind of lays out the red carpet and goes, here's what we're working on behind the scenes in our AI divisions, in the Assistant. And here's all the new hardware that apparently we're going to release.
Yeah, as you can see behind Flo, they just like went ahead and I'll put up a photo right here. They just went ahead and announced their whole hardware, or at least their Pixel lineup, through the rest of the year, and even one device that they expect to come out in 2023. It wasn't the majority of the show. It was like the last 15 minutes, which was really annoying to us as tech journalists. But, it's Google I/O. What they like to do is they like to spend the vast majority of the show bragging about stuff they did months ago, or like making promises about stuff that they're definitely going to do next year. And I guess these are part of the promise segment now. So at this year's
promise
Google
segments, I like that actually. Sounds like an emo band.
Ooh. Okay, we're trademarking that. And maybe next Google I/O, they'll play one of our songs.
Exactly.
But yeah, this Google I/O saw new Pixel phones. It saw new Pixel earbuds with active noise canceling, very clearly aiming at the Apple AirPods Pro, which are a few years old now. So I'm curious to see what Apple does at its developers conference. They announced the Pixel Watch, which got leaked a while back and is probably the star of the show for us. And then to Flo's right, there's a mysterious tablet that they didn't tell us a lot about, other than that it will run Android and that it will come out in 2023.
Yeah, let's talk about this one real quick. So a couple of things I noticed on Twitter, a lot of folks saying it looks like an iPad, which these are all renderings. So to be quite frank, we don't really know what these things look like. We just know what the graphic designers at Google put together for us to have, an image in our mind. And so far what we see here is just like this very bare bones sort of looking device. It doesn't have like the same, oh my goodness, doing this backwards, by the way, is very fun on the video feed. I'm trying to like point at things, but you'll notice it doesn't have the signature camera bar on the back like the Pixel smartphones. So already like design language, there's a little variance there. What I really feel though is that this Pixel tablet is going to try and bring Android back to tablets. Previously, it kind of felt like Google not necessarily abandoned it, but definitely shelved the Android on the tablets bit, let the other OEMs, kind of deal with it. Like Lenovo has been really successful with their line of tablets, and Samsung as well. But I feel like now Google's like, we're going to take it back, but this is not necessarily going to be a device that I don't know if it's going to have the same existence as an iPad. I feel like this is definitely going to be a buy this in addition to the rest of your Pixel hardware. Because look, what I have behind me is an ecosystem of devices. Like this is the real announcement. This is the real announcement right here, is that Google is officially considering itself a hardware company, no longer just a search giant.